Good evening, everyone. This is Coach A. We're coming in live from Decaf Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches in the Philippines. And I want to welcome you on board with me. Also, my on-floor guest. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Okay? We're coming in live from the second floor of Pioneer Street Market, also known as PSM. We are located inside HMR parking compound along the city, along Reliance Street from the city of Mandaluyong, and we are just across TV5. So just in case this is the first time you're joining me, this is the first time you're watching me, this is the first time, assuming you're watching this also on a replay, I am Master Coach A. I'm a certified life coach and I do coaching professionally full-time. And there are two things really that I do. I empower people to be mentally fit so they can stay alive and live beautifully. I coach people back to life of freedom, joy, happiness, and I believe that the only person that you can control in this world is yourself. So most of my coaching sessions, most of my coaching clients are really those people who are needing a season or in the season of their lives and needing support to be in control of your life. So just in case you are that person, Coach A at your service. Another thing that I do is I represent the Life Coach Training Institute that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. We are a certification institute, okay, and we do that mobile in the United States, but it landed in the Philippines, and in the Philippines we have a home, okay. We're doing this in DCAP, we're doing it in other offsite locations also, and as such, okay, I want to invite you up next, okay, we're having our certification class here July 15, tama ba, Coach Rizel? July 8 and 15, and then we're having our certification class in Tacloban City July 20 and 28. In August, we're having our certification class, okay, back to back with our Master Coach Lakendra Smiley, the owner and the CEO, the founder of the Life Coach Training Institute. She will be in Manila, she will be in the Philippines, and we're doing certification class in August in Cebu and also in Manila. So just in case you are interested to know more about what we do as a life coach, you are interested to know about this second fastest growing industry in the whole world today, please join us. Get in touch with Coach Rizel, 0917586161, and really dive in and let's start changing the world, okay? We are change agents and we're ready to change the world as transformers. So if you are that person looking for something more meaningful than what you are doing today, I invite you to hop in. I invite you to check out Decaf Coffee Republic, check out Life Coach Philippines, and really check what we are doing. This might be something that you have been looking for the longest time. But for tonight, I want to welcome you to Kapehan Night. Kapehan Night is my weekly coaching session where we talk about life, money, career, relationship. For tonight, I'm talking about midway through, okay, in life. Okay, why? This is, okay, 183rd day of the year. So we are actually at the beginning of the second half of the year, July 2. Okay, July 2. Kalahati na po yung taon. Yesterday is 182nd day of the year. There are 183 remaining. Today, 183, 182 na lang po yung natitira. So exactly at the midway. So tonight, I'm gonna talk about midway through. That's the reason why it's midway through. Gitnang-gitna po talaga. So welcome. So if, okay, this talk is for whom? Okay, so don't share this to Facebook groups, don't share this to your timeline if you believe this is not something worthwhile, the people who are in your network. But in case you know some people who are suffering from midlife crisis, okay, yun eh, okay? Midlife crisis, okay, and you're thinking, okay, mahirap ang buhay, I am challenged because of all these things that's coming into my mind, into my heart, into my emotions, my physical body, and all of these things, then this talk is for you. If you are also one person who is in the center, in the middle of making a decision and a turning point in your life, this talk is also for you. If you are also in a season of your life that you feel so tired, okay, you feel kind of lost. I say kind of because I believe that really being in a midway is not a lost point, okay? It's just that you cannot see what's ahead, and you're having also a blurred vision of what has been, okay? So midway, what is midway? Okay, midway is gitna, obvious naman. Midway, gitna, middle, okay? But let me just, you know, put a context into this, okay? How long you been into the mall? Mall, okay, carnivals, okay, amusement centers, okay. When you talk about the midway, okay, you talk about the center area, okay, where everything is happening. Midway, actually, if you talk about commercial establishment or commercial locations or spaces, Midway is almost always the highly, busy,
Foot traffic.
busy area of the whole place. So this is where everything is happening, the Midway. So when you refer to the Midway, Midway is so busy. Okay? So the question is, are you busy? Busy as B? Okay? Busy as never before? Then maybe you are at the midway of your life. Okay? So midway is a place where everything is happening so fast, okay? Or nothing is happening. I'll tell you why, okay? Because like if you talk about amusement center, if you talk about shopping centers, midway could be either full of people or no people at all. Wala po siyang gitna. Why? Because when you have an activity at the middle, then everything is in the middle. If you don't have an activity in the middle, then everybody is scattered across the area. So it's either punong-puno siya ng tao o wala siyang tao. Now, because it's a midway, then there's a lot of people crossing it. But the people don't converge until something is happening. So in your life, it's either you are in a midway through life, meaning punong-puno ang dami-daming nangyayari o walang nangyayari sa buhay mo ngayon. And you're like this is the season you say, I'm stuck. Okay? Remember those words that you're so in love to say, I'm stuck in life. Help me get unstuck. Wow. Parang love, ano lang. Okay? So, that's midway, okay? So, it's a location, it's a part of your life, a place wherein either sobrang magulo siya o wala siyang kaguluhan. Okay? Wala siyang gitna. Okay? Wala siyang middle ground. Okay? But there would always be something that's crossing. Okay? So sometimes some people, I have a guest that says, eto yung crossroad. I think, tingin nyo dito crossroad. Kasi, okay, I don't believe in crossroad. There is no such thing as crossroad. You are there because you are indecisive and you are coward to make the decision. So there is no crossroad. Okay? So you are just like, you exactly know what you want. It's just that you are not yet ready to tell the world this is what I want. So tonight, I'm going to talk about the midway. I'm going to talk about that part of your life, okay, where it's either there's so much things happening or nothing seems to be happening because you've been too tired, you've been too exhausted, and you have stretched yourself too thinly. Okay, so when I started the night, I asked my on-floor guests. By the way, we are live and we've got on-floor guests. Yes? Meron po kaming kasama. And for those of you who are asking, bakit hindi po namin pinapan yung camera? Why don't you don't get to see our on-floor guests? Well, because that's their privacy. Number two, that is the beauty of joining me live here at Decaf Coffee Republic. You get to meet beautiful people, beautiful soul. And right after my talk, we also do interactions. And trust me, to me, really the beautiful part would always be the end. Okay, towards the end, it's really the sweet part because each and every beautiful soul, people full of wisdom would be taking really a nuggets from what I shared and they start sharing it with each other. So it's beautiful. So just in case you're gonna be free one of these Tuesday or Thursday, I also have a talk every Thursday. Come over and see me and join me on floor. All right, so let's talk about midway. Midway means, okay, I have to give credit to my husband. When we started, many of our guests said that midway is a point where you're lost, you cannot see, and everything. But he took it beautifully when he said, indeed, okay, midway, you know you're in a midway because you know your directions or you know what you want to achieve in life. Because you cannot say, I'm midway if you're clueless. Yeah. Am I correct? Okay, so if you're watching online, I asked also my on-floor guests, if you want to share with us a little part of your life, okay, you can share with us if there is something in your life right now that you know exactly you are at the midway. Meaning like, this is halfway. Like, I am at the midway of my life and this is uncomfortable. One thing I can tell you, okay, you are at the midway of your life if you are experiencing discomfort. It is a very uncomfortable and full of discomfort. Okay? Think about it. Okay? Think about it. When you started the journey, okay, when you jump start, when you kick off, it's always beautiful. It's always full of excitement, isn't it? It's always full of anticipation. It's always full of the best things is yet to come. Isn't it? When you start something, when you start a journey, when you start a project, it's always something that, woo, I can do it. Okay? Now, as you move, okay, as you move in the direction of the path, okay, that you have chosen, normally what would happen is you encounter troubles. Am I correct? Okay, challenges, misery, or, okay, distractions, interruptions, politics, however you want to call it. Okay? Midway in life, okay, midway applies to every areas of your life, be it relationship, be it career, be it you as a person. Okay? So you would always come to a point wherein you've started something, you've started a journey, and towards the middle, when you're in the middle, okay, the past, okay, the starting point is really very blurred, and moving forward is just a vision. Now, many people really struggle with vision because vision is a vision, and vision is, you have really your own timeline when to achieve it, only when you put the goals. And that's the problem with many people. You don't put goals because goals now will force you to have limited options. Okay, hear me out on this. When you set a vision in your life, options are all over the place. Like, it's just like a buffet. Okay, that's my vision. My vision is to eat, okay, sumptuous food, and you've got all, okay. But the moment you pick, the moment you make a decision, the moment you have your goals in place, your options now gets narrowed, and you've got now limited options because now you know exactly what you want to put in place. So when you are going through this, okay, and you're at the middle, the vision now is not just a vision, but really there are goals in your life that needs to be recalibrated, reassessed, revalued, okay? And really, some of them need refreshing, isn't it? Okay? So, many people, okay, I think I did a similar talk, or a talk that you can connect with this. I did a talk many months back, I think over a year ago. I talked about pit stop. Okay, if you can remember that. So if you want to really understand what's happening, okay, and what you can do during this portion, this is the pit stop, okay. The midway is actually, okay, Coach Glacy, okay, saying hello to everyone. Okay, we miss you, Coach. Okay, your cousin is here. Okay, so the midway is normally where we needed that pit stop. Okay, the pit stop is where we do our recalibrations, refueling, okay, change tire, okay, everything's happening on the midway. Okay, but let me just pull back a bit. Okay, pull back a bit. Normally, when you get to the midway, okay, when you get to the midway, like for example today, all right, today is the midway of 2019, okay, and maybe you can ask yourself, okay, how do you see January 1? How do you see the 2020? Okay? Obviously, after December 31 is January 1. Like I'm saying, if you finish the second half of the year, which I am praying and believing you would, okay? So, how does it look like? Okay, on January 1, how does life look like? You're looking at it. It's just like exactly, you have the second half of the year. Now, you can only see and have a vision of your 2020, January 01, 2020, if by this time, you're looking the end of the year very sweet, very promising, okay? But how can you do that if you've started the year with nothing in hand, nothing in brain, nothing in thoughts, okay? The reason why many people are lost in the middle is this, okay? Think about it when you go to the mall, all right? If you don't know where you're going, here what happens. You enter the mall, you're so excited because you keep seeing a lot of things. Am I correct? Correct? Okay, and your eyes is really going on a festive mood, okay, of everything that's here there. But here's what happened. Since you entered the mall and you have no specific agenda or place to go, when you get to the middle, especially if it's a big mall, you're already starting to feel tired. And you're starting to feel lost. This is the point when you start, saan ba tayo? Which way to go? Because when you start entering the mall, think about it, when you start entering the mall, you're okay. I mean, especially if you're coming from a traffic, you're coming from hot summer or warm days, when you enter the mall, ooh, the aircon is there, you feel comfortable, and you just, ooh, it's really great. But you move closer and closer and closer to the midway, to the center of the mall, you start feeling tired. Can you connect with me? Yes. Same with life. So when you enter 2019, beautiful year. This is it. This is my year. So what does it mean for 2019 to be your year? Every year is your year. Who owns the year? I'm sorry. Who owns the year? By the way, that's your life. So that's your year. I'm just... Isn't it very realistic? Like, 2019 is my year. Whose year is that, by the way? That's your life. I can't own that year for you. So that's, I believe, one of the challenges. If you enter the year and you always say, this is my year. And then?
Depends on what you're planning now, actually.
Yeah. Well, what have you done? Okay. So, si coach naman, pambasag, no? Pang midway. Wala nga ako na plano. That's why may kalahating taon pa. Okay, come on now. We have half a year. Look, let's face it. Many of us entered 2019 with no clear vision of the year at the end. Agree, disagree? Okay? Okay, you just give me a beautiful smile. I can take that, okay? I can take that, okay? So, many of us entered the year with a bang and with the promising thoughts that, ooh, this is gonna be my best year ever. You always say that. And you're not working on it, okay? And before you knew it, first quarter, second quarter passed. And normally, after June, okay, so this time of the year, okay, this is where also a lot of prayer and fasting is happening and all of those things, recalibrations, meditations, retreat, whatever it is that you're doing right now to get in touch and reconnected and recalibrated. This is where all of these things is happening because now you're in the midway. Am I correct? Oh, that's why. So second half. Okay. So, are you getting a picture of what's a midway in your life?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, question. How will 2019 end? How ready are you for 2020? Okay. So, I'm going to give you 3 points to reassess. Whatever it is right now that you feel so close that, okay, 2 things. If there's one area of your life that you know you're in a midway, okay, I want you to really take a moment to evaluate, review, okay, fine-tune this as I share 3 things with you. And if you feel like saying, Coach, I really don't know what's in my life today, right? I really don't know. I have no clue. I think this is also the best time for you to see a life coach. Don't enter 2020 as nothing. You still have half a year. Okay, yeah, sure. Half a year's finished, done, consumed. You still have half a year. So do that, okay? So if you're not ready to make an investment yet for yourself, just come over. Okay, we have certified life coaches in the house. We're ready to help you. So just visit us anytime. Okay, just be sure you have some money in your pocket to buy coffee for Coach Rizal, okay? She needs that. Just be sure. So, if you're in a midway of your life today, and you know that there is a part of your life that it's either it's so noisy, it's full of clutter, it's full of noise, and you're kind of thinking, can I still continue? Because I've been stretched already. Do I still have the strength? Do I still have the energy? Can I still proceed? Have you ever asked that question to yourself? Yes. Kaya ko pa ba? Yan yung mga variation yan. Pagod. Hindi pa ba titigil? Eh, gitna pa lang is, malamang hindi. But pwede naman. I mean, yeah, I talked about that last time. Okay, so, if you're there right now in your life, there are 3 things that I want you to really check on right now. Number 1, I want you to answer this question, okay? Whether you're halfway or midway in your relationships, in your career, in your business, in whatever undertaking or endeavors you are right now in your life, I want you to answer this. Question number 1, who's in your team? Who's in your team? You know, as we journey in life, we know that we cannot journey alone. Okay? Yes, life is an individual race, okay? We run individually, but life is never meant to be run alone. Right? So, life is a marathon. And the more people you have in your team, going on the same marathon, by the way, because you might be a lot of people in your life midway right now, and you're so confused because you don't know if everybody is on the same path. Okay, so I want to really ask you, who's in your team? Okay, maybe you're going through midway in your career. Check it out. Who's in your team? When I say who's in your team, do you have what it takes to finish the year? Do you have the right people, the right resources? If you're in a relationship, is that person the right person for you to end the year and begin 2020? Or if you're pursuing someone and you say, this year I should end it with a relationship. Are you setting your eyes on the right person? Who's in your team? Who's in your team? Like, really look into that. Many parents, I hear this, okay? I myself would always say this, that what we do in life is for our children, for our family, correct? But when I say who's in your team, do you still have your children with you? Yeah. Or you have lost your children to the internet, to their barcadas, to addiction, and all the vices in the world? Do you still have them? If you're vying for your career, do you still have your spouse with you?
Ouch.
Ouch. Let me just pause a bit. Sabi ko sa inyo, may mga kasama ako dito. Okay? If you're running a business, sure, you may have the money, you may have the revenue, you may have the sales right now, but do you still have the team that's really growing with you? Who's in your team? Do you have a team that's still supportive of you? Great enough, good enough for you to finish the race? Can you finish the year with a team in mind? Nandyan pa ba sila? Kapain nyo naman. Baka wala na. Baka ikaw na lang ang nandyan, umalis na siya. Iniwan ka na pala. Okay? Question number 2. Question number 1 is who's in your team? Question number 2 is this. Where is your team? When I ask where is your teammates may just be in your imagination.
Oh my God.
Your teammates may just be in your heart. Ikaw na lang palang nagmamahal, wala na siya.
Alam mo, hindi ko mapunto talaga sa
Para sa'yo talaga.
Or,
parang wala naman ako. Hindi naman ako yun. Kaya yung sa kontrata namin, ng 2020.
Pero anong kasalanan?
ang kasalanan ko.
Ready na.
Where is your team? And when I say where is your team, where are they positioned exactly today? are they still in the position of which you are expecting them to be? If you're expecting people in your life to be in the supportive role, in the supportive mode, are these people still on that role? If you are a person running a company, running a business or an organization, if you are a project team manager or what, and do you see your team still in place, intact? Oh, and I just remember, if you're pastoring a church, do you still have your church members in place for the second half? Nandyan pa ba sila? When I say nandyan pa rin ba sila, are they in a place where you expected them to be? Because sometimes we are this illusion, but by how we think and how we want to feel. And we push through things. That's why at the midway, you needed to recalibrate things. Okay? Who's your team? Baka sobrang gulo na dyan sa gitna. Ang daming tao, hindi mo naman pala team, nakikitim ka lang. Baka hindi naman pala kayong magkasama. Right? So, on a midway, you've got to understand who are your team and where is your team. And on my number 3, okay, I have a beautiful question. Okay, what's keeping the team intact? Or what would it take to keep them in place? The team may be there. You might have an eye where they are exactly today. But on the midway, on the center, halfway through, you've got to identify right now, what would it take for that team to remain intact so you finish the race? That you really travel the next half still as a team. Because if you don't remember, you might have been tired, okay? Some of you might have been wounded. Some of you need healing. Some of you need recalibration. Some of you needs recovery. And maybe if you don't really see what it is needed, what are needed to keep the team intact, you might journey the next half alone. And that's going to be a very tough thing for you. Okay? Who's in your team? Where are your teammates? And what's going to be taking, or what would it take for them to keep intact? To hold them right in the place where they're supposed to be there. Of course, it's supposed to be on the same space with you. The midway can be a joyful part of the journey of your life. Because at that part, at the midway, you can celebrate. Why? Because you finished half. And if you made it through the half, at the middle, you can re-evaluate and say, you're stronger, you're better, you've got more wisdom, you've got more experience, you learn more after finishing the first half, then you have more than what it takes to finish the second half. Think about it. Because the first half should have made you a better person, correct? The first half of 2019 have given you more, okay, and makes you more than the end of December 2018. So you are a better person now. Your knowledge, your wisdom, you as a person have improved from the end of December to the midway of 2019. So this is really a moment that you can celebrate that you are in the best position to continue the second half. The midway can be a season where you can really smell victory. You can really taste it. That thing, okay, that yes, you can be tired, you can be wounded yourself as well. You might be in a time where you need rest or, you know, a little slow down because you're in the midway and a lot of people are there, it's noisy and all of these things is happening. But one thing is, it's going to be a beautiful moment when you can taste and smell your victory. That's going to be a very beautiful spot. Okay. But the midway can also be a very, very nostalgic point in your life when you start looking back and say, where are the people? Where everyone's going? Why am I headed in a different directions? Okay. Or this could also be a very challenging moment to you when there's so much silence. But it's like an ocean in a sea. When it's really quiet, you feel lost, right? So deep. But you know what's gonna happen next? It's gonna boom, bounce back. Regardless of how you look at the midway, how you are experiencing the midway right now, midway is a very promising spot. It's a spot, a place where there are so much opportunities waiting for you. You could be tired, you could be wounded, you can be at this moment in time where you really need, to slow down and take a rest. But that right there in the center, you can start looking around your options, you can start recalibrating, you can start evaluating, and you can really allow yourself to get connected to your inner self. Because many of us get lost in the middle, but truth of the matter, what we've lost is the connection within ourselves. We're not lost, we've got in the middle, and we know that midway, and we know what's ahead of us. What is lost is what's inside of us. Oh, Coach Ellen said, smell the victory indeed. Yes. Okay. Toffee is watching. Hello, Toffee. Okay, and I hope to attend. Okay, I hope you attend here with me. Midway through life is only possible. Okay, possible for you to survive the next half. Okay, when you get to the midway and you get to identify the people in your team, where they are exactly at this moment in time, and what is needed for you to stick together and continue in the journey. Life is beautiful, and you've never been lost. What you normally lost contact with is your connections with yourself. Know more about yourself, be aware of who you are, get into the reflection, encounter yourself, and no matter what you see at the midway, definitely you'll get through life and you'll end the year with a bang. Good night, everyone. This is Coach A. I'll see you on Thursday for Coaching for the Soul. Thank you.